Good morning, everybody. So, where I want to go today, we've had such in our 3D worlds. We've had once again another week that has just been so full of craziness. And if we can just, it takes our breath away. It takes my breath away anyway, and I have to take this deep breath, and I keep forgetting to breathe. And I go back to my brother who practices breath work a lot. And so when I was looking through some materials, Sandra and Ingerman and Hank Wesselman, who I get a lot of my material from. And when I say that, I mean I steal it, but they offer it. um, they they have this breath work, and they call it the jellyfish breath. Well, I'm paraphrasing. And the way that, and I love that image, and the way that works is when you take a deep breath, you push your belly out. And then when you inhale, you bring your belly back in. And so your belly goes in and out like a jellyfish swims. And I thought, being a water guy, I love that. So as we get prepped in this, let's just focus on our breath a little bit as we're breathing, as I talk and say hello to everybody. You can put your hands on your belly and just feel that ocean tidal surge with the jellyfish breath, nice and slow, and that brings us to another space and another awareness in reality that is not what the headlines want us to be, that is not what anybody else wants us to be, but our core self wants us to be. So we pay attention to our core selves, and we are going to be dropping today into the Earth's core and to the solar core, which, well, we better get a good robe for that solar core, which when we go into the cloakroom, grab something that's going to keep us safe, which it will. A lot of times, when we walk on this path that we walk on, we don't necessarily need to do that. It's really good to get us in the mindset of leaving our 3D world, but we could do that with our jellyfish breath and just drop in and just slip into another space. But let's continue walking on this path so that we can pick something up to give to Mother Earth from the surface. Something that just catches your eye as we're walking down that path. The other thing, it feels to me like this will be a lower world journey. So the way we get into the lower world is either through a tree trunk, a cave. Oftentimes, you could go into the water and find a vortex in the ocean that drops us down into the depths of the ocean, and we can, pass by and see Atlantis and Lemuria as they have sunken, part of Mu. So I will leave that up to you how to get in there. And so let's just call on real quick Let's drop back into our sacred space again as we prepare to travel to the center of the world. We use our breath to calm us, to move us from the 3D world into a higher plane. And we find ourselves slipping into the cloakroom, the familiar cloakroom, where we take off our egos and we put on a robe for us to journey to the center of the world, to the center of the earth, to the crystal city, a water city. We let our imaginations go. We take off our judgment, take off our egos, and slip into a new reality. And what does this new reality feel like? What's it made of? And as we slip that on, we find ourselves walking through a thin mist, cleansing mist. And that mist opens up onto a beautiful pathway in nature. And that pathway winds around different areas, the deserts, the forests, the beaches, the fields of corn, fields of wheat. And as we walk down this path, this winding path through all of the different beauties of nature, all of the different landscapes, mountains, deserts, forests, water. We come upon an opening in a tree trunk, in a cave, perhaps in the ocean. And our power animal, our helping spirit, is waiting for us. And we drop down through the opening into Mother Earth. Down we go. Down we go. Down. And we can come to different layers of the earth. And we can stop. But the journey is to get to the center. So as we travel, I'm going to be quiet. Enjoy the time, explore the different levels, use all your senses. We want to go to the center of Mother Earth. us. offer the core of Mother Earth, a gift from the surface. And it could be an emotional hug. Although she has given us so much, what does she offer in return? Now it's time to start our way back up. Back up the path. The same way we came down. We say goodbye to Mother Earth, core. But not goodbye to her. Welcome here anytime when we come with reverence and we go up the path. Up through the opening that we came in, still with our power animal. We walk up the path. We see some of our circle on the path as well, coming back up into the cloakroom. We take off our cloaks, put back on our egos just for a bit. And we slip back into the 3D world. Wiggle our toes and our fingers. And we take a few moments to jot anything down that we need to write down. So I want to read something real short. And this is from the Navajo. And it comes from, I'm going to unblur my video maybe. There we go. And this is her white shell. I found this book. This is pretty amazing. I found this book in a used bookstore for $1.50, and I'm like, really? $1.50? Let me blur me again. Because the artwork is so phenomenal. The writings on this, from White Shell Woman. And when I think of Shell Woman, I think of the West. When I think of White Shell Woman, I think of, like, is this white buffalo calf woman? So it's kind of a blend to me. Here's what she says. Some feeling the darkness, Yokai Estan formed a circle, shaped it out of turquoise and white shells. And over this she held a rock of crystal, held it until the fire burst forth, a blaze that grew so hot, so bright, that with the help of the holy people, White Shell Woman pushed it further and further away, higher and higher into the spaces of heaven, so that it happened that Yokal Istan, she who had been born at the time of trouble, she who had arrived attended by rainbows, brought light to the earth. And when I flipped the book open, that gave me chills, because we are going to travel to that she threw up into the sky. So the sun, what does that mean to us? It's hot. There's a little bit of unknown, there's mystery, there's strength, there's power, there's play, there's illumination, all these words that come into when we think of the word sun. Summertime, warmth in the winter. Is there a city at its core? Or are there simple swirling energies? There are some cities of the sun. I'm going to see if I can pronounce this right. Heliopolis. This was a major city in ancient Greece, and it was the center of Ra in autumn. And then there is the Pyramids of the Sun in Mexico City, and I'm going to mispronounce this. Teotihuacan. And these ruins are amazing. And while some said that this was the birthplace of the gods, some archaeologists believe that this is the city of the sun. So maybe we'll travel to Ra, and there's a female, did I write this down? There's a female version, oh yeah, of Ra. Right? Tawny, a female version of Ra. Surya in Hindu, and Shamash in the Mesopotamian area. They all have figures of light, creation, and divine power. And so when Danielle asked, are we going to this sun, our creation, or are we going to other creations? I will leave that up to you, because our imaginations and our guides will take us to where we need to go and hear the message that we need to hear. So we're going to travel to the center of light, of heat, of this. Some will go to our sun. That's where I was going to go, until Danielle threw a monkey wrench in it and said, well, we can go to other suns. And I go, yeah, I guess we could. let me see what else I have written here. There are certain angels too that are identified as the regent of sun. Archangel Uriel, also Archangel Michael too. And this comes from me digging into a little bit of Saint Germain and the seven sacred flames. And so I just wanted to tap that on there too. So, oh, and you know, there are certain hummingbirds that are called sun angels. So I thought that was pretty cool. Okay. So as we travel up, we're going to go to the sun, and we want to ask the energies, may we step in, may we blend. There's an interesting phenomenon happening with the sun right now, where there's a portal that's opening up that is giving us a lot of energies. It's going to create a lot of aurora borealises in the northern hemisphere. And there is an energetic pathway from the earth to the sun that scientists have discovered. But, you know, who needs scientists when we have ourselves that we just travel from here to there? As shamans, we get to do that. So, in shamanic journeying, we get to do that. So, as we journey to the sun, we want to ask permission to blend with it, to go into it. And we want to do that with anything that we travel to. And if we get a no somehow, you know, I don't think the sun will shake its head no, but maybe there won't be an opening, then I guess the path is to go further into another area of light, of energy, and see if we can tap into that and be part of that and get a message from that. So let us move from now. I don't think in this journey there's going to be a path. We can get on a spaceship. We can, I don't know, latch onto Eagle, and he can, or she can take us up to a comet and wrap around a comet's tail and fly up. Use your imaginations how we're going to get to the sun. And maybe we ride on a phoenix. I don't know. Icarus. Let's hope they have better wings. Okay. All right, so here we go. Everybody, we want to just take a couple of deep breaths. We are going to go to the sun. The intention is to see what that energy brings us. Some people say it's source energy. Some people say it's creator. Some people, whatever it is, however you feel like what you want to ask. For me, it's going to be creator energy. And it's certainly not the creator of the universe. Our sun is the creator of our little universe where all the little planets are circling around. But the bigger picture, the whole galaxy, the whole bigger picture of space is something different. And you can travel there. For me, I'm going to go to our sun, our light, and ask what message that energy and blend with that energy a little bit what message they can give me for my path on this planet. So let's focus on our intentions. And we take a couple of deep breaths, jellyfish breaths. I love that term. And we feel the tides flowing in and out as we take those breaths. And we feel ourselves getting calmer, lighter, brighter. And we easily walk through that door, through the mist, and grab our cloak to travel to the sun. Take off our egos, take off our judgments, and put on our imaginations. We call our helping spirits, our team, to come with us. Power animals, departed loved ones, master teachers. And we slip out the door and we find ourselves on the journey to the sun. Deep into the sun. We have our protective gear. How does it open up to let us in? We ask permission. We move on to another star, or we stay with the sun. Down we go. Imagine blending core to core, your core with creation core. How does it feel? What's changing? What's manifesting? that it is time to go back. We look around for one last time, and we hear we can come back anytime. And we thank the core of creation, the core of light, of regeneration. We may offer it a gift if you choose. And we feel the gift that it offers us. We say our goodbyes and it's time to go back. Up through the core, through the swirling energies, onto the surface, back into space, back through our atmosphere, into the cloakroom, through the mist. We take off our space soul suit. We put on our egos, lighter, brighter, cleaner. And we find ourselves back in the room, back in our chairs. And we wiggle our fingers and our toes. Slowly, gently, we come back, we open our eyes. Slowly, get adjusted. And we jot down anything we need to remember. Okay. Thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate you all. Have a great week.